Hi guys, UK Guns here. So in this video I'm going to be showing you the Grand Power Stribog, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Stribog or Stribog, maybe let me know, TR22. So big shout out to Blue Fieldsports for loaning me this for this video. This is one I've not fired before. I have fired this 5 rounds off camera. You'll see that when we go down in a minute. Just 5 rounds just to make sure it was on target and just to kind of get a feel for the rifle. But all I've put through this is 5 rounds. It's quite an interesting rifle. It's quite ambidextrous, so it's got a folding stock as well, which is quite nice. 2.2 with a folding stock. Obviously it's 2.2 semi-automatic. It's ambidextrous, so you've got your safety catch here, but also here on the other side as well, which is pretty nice. Same goes for the magazine release catch. You got it here and here, so very ambidextrous. Charge handles are up here. It has got something there, so I assume you can swap the charge handle out to the other side as well. I haven't actually checked that out, but it looks like, because it's got the cutout for it, so I'm pretty sure you can swap your charging handle over. And it has these flip up sights as well. Obviously I don't have an optic on here. I'm only shooting at about 20 yards or so. So these flip up sights are fine. What I would say is obviously this, you see this dot here on the front, it's quite large. So at this close distance, that covers quite a bit of the target really, but it's absolutely fine for what we're doing. It's got a Magpul handguard on there. It's got an M-LOK handguard, which is really nice. Obviously that's great for putting all your different kind of accessories that you want to put on there. And it even has a sling loop back here as well. It's pretty lightweight, but it's all metal, apart from obviously this part of the lower here is plastic, but all the upper is metal, the handguard's metal, and the stock I think is polymer. So it's fairly lightweight, but doesn't feel cheap or like a toy like some 2.2 LRs can do when they've got plastic components. It feels pretty well built, feels pretty nice. I think you can pick these up from Blue Fieldsports if you're interested in one. So do go ahead and check them out. I really appreciate them loaning me this for this video. So let's shoot a few rounds through it and then we'll go down and see how it looks. As I've said before, I'm not the best shot in the world, but we'll have a little go at 20 yards and see what it looks like. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm here on the range. Like I said, I'm only at about 20 yards or so, but let's see how it cycles, and we'll also go down and look how it patterns as well, how the grouping is. Like I say, I'm not the best shot in the world, so I'm not expecting a one-hole group, but we should be all on the paper at this distance. And obviously it's semi-auto, so that makes things a little bit easier as well. So let's see how we get on. Okay, there's 10 rounds. We are clear. Let's go down and take a look. Okay, so here we are. Definitely for 20 yards, not a great grouping at all. But that's with iron sights. And I will say one thing. Obviously, you would need an optic on this because the front sight post, the dot on the front sight, does kind of obscure the target really. So I'm just kind of putting it over the target and just squeezing the trigger. So you know, with a red dot, or even if you wanted to put a magnified optic on there, I'm sure you could neaten that up quite a bit. But they are all on target. They're all, you know, sort of, what, 5-inch or so, 5-inch group. Definitely not amazing to 20 yards. Not something I'd be submitting for a competition. But you know, it's fun, semi-auto, pretty quick as well. I wasn't shooting super slow, not super fast either. But let's try that out. Let's try some faster shooting and see how that goes. Okay, so here on the range with the Stribog, however it's pronounced. Obviously it's a 2.2 LR, it's a semi-auto, so with a semi-auto you're probably going to be firing a little bit faster. You might fire standing rather than benched or prone. Obviously you can fire all those ways. So I thought I'd give it a little go. I've got two magazines of 10 rounds. I'm going to fire kind of semi-rapid, and then I'll change magazine and then just see how quick we can go. What I'm really looking for is reliability. How reliable is it? Because, you know, we do fire 2.2s quite fast, especially if you do something like practical shooting. And what we don't want is lots of stoppages, because that can cost you time in competitions, and that's important. So we'll do 10 sort of semi-rapid and then 10 as fast as we can, just to see how reliable and how it functions. So let's go. So there's the first 10. Now let's get these 10. Wow, flawless. So I'm using, I think TAC22 is the ammunition I've got here. Yeah, TAC22. It's subsonic ammunition as well, so it's very, I mean, obviously it's 2.2, it doesn't really recoil much anyway, but it's very, very light recoiling. And as you saw there, subsonic, cycled that absolutely fine. So pretty impressed with that. Let's go take a look. It won't be great on the target because especially those last 10 were pretty quick, but let's go have a look. So there you go, not great, but obviously that's, you know, pretty rapid shooting. Pretty much all bar one, which I think up on the right hand side there. I think that was from this one. That's off target, but everything else on the target. That's obviously 20 rounds, 10 semi-rapid, 10 very rapid, all standing as well, using iron sights. So, you know, if you were shooting a speed steel competition or practical shooting or whatever, that would probably be fine for the most part, depending on what targets you're shooting at. But it was definitely a lot of fun. So yeah, happy with that. Okay, so that is the Stribog, however it's pronounced, the Grand Power TR22. I actually was really impressed with this rifle. Obviously, I haven't got a huge amount of rounds through it. Pretty much what you saw here, just a few magazines. But considering I'm shooting subsonic, that was very reliable. I didn't have a single stoppage, not one stoppage. Like I say, I've only fired a few magazines through it. I would need to get some more rounds through it to really get a good idea of its reliability. But I've fired other rifles, similar number of rounds, and had stoppages, had problems. You know, the GSG MP5 is a prime example. You rarely get through a magazine without a stoppage. I didn't have a single stoppage with this. It cycled absolutely fine, and that was with subsonic ammunition. So I'm pretty happy. Ambidextrous, very easy to use, folding stock, really, really nice bit of kit. So if you're thinking about picking one up, you can go to Blue Fieldsports, check them out. Again, shout out to them and a big thanks for them loaning this to me for this video. I really liked it, and thanks for watching.